This episode of Calgary Basement Sessions is sponsored by Cornerstone Music Cafe.
For more information on Cornerstone, visit cornerstonemusic.ca.
You good to go? Good to go?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Calgary Basement Sessions. I'm Ben Price.
And I'm Ben Montgomery.
And today we're talking to Amy Lee Owens. Calgary-based music artist Amy Lee Owens brings new depth and dimension to her undeniably hooky and heart-driven breed of pop rock music. I had trouble with that this morning, too. With a sense of pure feeling and passion inspired by classic rock and soul records of the early 70s, Amy finds herself conjuring up and delivering songs both carefree and retrospective, tender and bold, sensitive and self-assured. The music video for Amy's single No Boys was released in 2012 and landed in high rotation on Much Music and MTV. The release of Amy's following singles, Don't Leave, I Can't Remember, Bad News, and Without You, led to interviews with Move Magazine, Indicator Magazine, and a publishing deal with Noma Music USA. I'm in Love. I'm not. That's just the name of the song.
Yeah.
Amy's single on the album, Feel the Beat, debuted and topped the Juno charts at #1 the first week it was released in January 2014 through Universal Music Canada.
Wow.
Welcome, Amy.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome into our basement.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. It's a pleasure. So yeah, let's first things first. Let's talk about your the No Boys single. It was on MTV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
yeah,
fantastic.
you know what? I sent it in so many times and pretty much hustled my way to get it on. And it finally got on. I was so excited. I mean, that's kind of a big accomplishment, right?
That's what you got to do. You just got to keep giving it to them.
Just keep calling, keep calling.
Do this.
You have to hustle. You really do have to hustle. You know,
Yeah.
especially in this industry because there's millions and millions of us. We're all trying to get, as Kate Stevens said, a piece of the pie, the apple pie. And you got to hustle.
No one's going to do it for you, right? So, yeah.
100%.
I mean, unless you pay millions of dollars for an agent or something.
Yeah, unless you have rich parents and stuff like that. You know,
Of course.
splash the cash and stuff like that. But yeah, no, you really have to. No, that's fantastic. So tell us about your single No Boys. So that was released in 2012. So what was what was the writing process of that single?
So I did a 5-song EP with an artist out in Toronto named Javon Paris. I don't even know if he's still around actually, but at the time, so we kind of wrote the songs together and just, I don't know, like it wasn't really a huge process. We would just meet in the studio and kind of like get writing, and I was really happy with the songs that we came up with. Like he was a really good person to work with. We worked really well together.
That's
so
awesome.
It was great.
So your writing process, do you usually write on your own, or do you usually collaborate with other people?
You know what? Usually I write on my own, to be honest. In that particular case, it was different, but normally I prefer to write on my own. Okay. Just even if you come together after and kind of like, mix your, whatever ideas you both have. But initially, I like doing it alone.
Awesome. So do you write lyrics first and then chord, like a chord progression, or is it chords and then lyrics, or does it change?
Normally, well, nowadays, because I play guitar a little bit now. I mean, getting better, but I usually start with chords and then melody and then lyrics.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. So sort of classic sort of writing style. It's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Definitely is the way to do it. Yeah.
But then sometimes I'll admit, like sometimes you just like wake up and like lyrics, or you just like have a couple lyrics. You're like, oh my god, and then you build off that. So yeah.
Do you wake up like halfway through the night and just like with lyrics you go, great idea, and just write it down?
Yeah, or I'll be walking down the street or something, and I'll think of something, and then get your phone out quickly.
Yeah, all the time. I probably look like a nut to some people because I'm like panicking to find something while I'm trying to say the idea over and in my head so I don't lose it. Like,
totally.
Someone just you listen to this so you can tell me back when I find my paper.
I had a lecturer at university. He was a rapper, and he was my lecturer at university. And
did you do all the lectures in rap?
No,
that'd be
awesome. Yeah, but a Scottish,
Today we're talking about. I can't rap, obviously.
just
I'll just.
Yeah, thank you. But the rapping in Scottish is like, it's weird, like usually
I'm
you
not
hear.
Gonna argue with you.
Oh, Ken, like I didn't Ken when the coos up the road, they get.
Yeah.
It's just gobbledygook. No one understands it.
Doesn't sound very cool.
No.
I know. Sorry, Dave. And so what he'd do when writing lyrics and stuff like that, he would walk to uni. He would walk to his work every morning, and he would just like put his headphones in, and he'd put a beat in his headphones. Well, he'd record a beat from the night before, and he'd play it on his iPod, and he would walk down the street and just sort of like rap and like sort of write lyrics on the way to work. And like he just had like a somewhat small notebook, and like his just notebook was just full of like different ideas, and he'd do that on the way to work and on the way back from work. And that's how he wrote lyrics, you know.
Yeah.
You know, he looked an absolute nut job walking down the street, just like boom, yeah, you know, like in the street. But you know, like it worked, and like his lyrics are really, really fantastic. Yeah, really awesome rapper. But yeah, no. So there's different ways to write lyrics and to sort of come up with ideas and stuff. You know.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Won't
yeah.
argue with you.
Yeah. So your single, your new single, Alone.
Yes.
Now, that was recorded in Studio D, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. You know how I know that?
How do you know?
Because I creeped your Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
And it was
do you know Steve?
I know Steve, yes.
Big Steve.
Big Steve. You know Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recorded.
He's awesome.
He's awesome. He's fantastic, yeah. Beautiful studio.
The most amazing studio I've ever seen. Like, literally.
Unbelievable. And it's under his house, which is weird.
I know.
It's hidden away.
Totally. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fantastic. I recorded drums there for an album, and I didn't even know about it. Like, I was in the country for a few months. I've been here for like
well, that's why I didn't know about it.
Yeah, but like no one that I spoke to really knew about it, right?
I'm
trying to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
Try to keep it a secret.
So.
I like it. He's very it seems like he's very selective with who he records with, right? Which I like. So it's not just
100%.
anyone. Like, he has to kind of like the project.
100%.
Yeah,
well, that's exactly what happened. We went in and we had a chat with them, and you know, he showed us his studio and like which like what we were looking for, that sort of thing, in this project. And he was like, yeah, cool. So when do you want to start? We're like, well, we can maybe do it in like a month or two. He's like, sweet, let's do it. And yeah, and like, he's only got like a website. He hasn't got social media like Facebook, Instagram, and stuff. And
I know.
it's just beautiful, amazing gear as well. The amount of gear he has in that
I know.
place, such a small place, is nuts.
Yeah.
But he's a well connected guy, and he does a fantastic job. Yeah. So how did you meet Steve? How did you find out about Steve?
You know what? Randy Hutchins, actually, in town. I came in contact with him when I first moved back from Toronto, and he actually brought me there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was just going there for the first time, and he was like, "Hey, Amy, do you want to come along?" And I was like, "Where are you going?" And he's like, "Just this studio." And I was like, "Sure."
Sweet.
Just stumbled upon it, and it was,
Could
I was
have ended
like, wow.
poorly.
Yeah.
Come with me. It's
Yeah.
fine. You don't need to
Yeah, don't worry
know
about
where
it.
we're going. Yeah, just come check this out.
This underground place.
Yeah.
I love it when you walk in and there's like a wee espresso bar, and he's got like drinks and stuff on the right hand side.
Yeah.
And then you walk down, no shoes, of course. You walk down, and he's always walking about in his bare feet and stuff. Yeah, it's super.
Do you
super
have to
cool.
walk around in bare feet?
No.
Okay.
No. Maybe after like a pedicure or something like
Maybe.
that. Yeah.
We have beverages.
Yeah, we do have beverages. Yeah, I know. We're like Studio C or Studio F, I'd say.
We're way down there.
we're pretty low. Yeah, we're pretty low. So tell us about your single Alone. So the writing process, did you collaborate with Steve, or did you just write that yourself and then come into the studio and record it?
I wrote that myself. I kind of am getting a little bit more honest. Well, not a little bit more, a lot more honest with my music now. So this song was written about addiction and depression, actually.
Right. Okay.
It's kind of interesting that it came about just when COVID was came.
Yeah.
I actually had written it a couple months before that.
Right.
But yeah, I just kind of wanted to bring more awareness to that issue. It's something that I personally have suffered with, and I don't know, I just kind of wanted to write a song, put it out there so I could talk about it and bring more awareness to it.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like my intention behind the song.
For sure. We've spoken to Aaron Pollock about this subject, about mental health.
Just last week.
Yeah, actually, last week, about mental health and about depression and anxiety in the music industry and stuff, and about like addiction, alcohol addiction, because musicians, as we know, we all play in bars, we're surrounded by alcohol a lot, we're constantly being like sort of neglected, I guess, and like sort of put down by society, I guess. And it's pretty, especially during this time, it's very, very tough for musicians. I went and saw a show last night, and it was the first time those bands had played in 7 months. Imagine not working for 7 months, and then it's pretty tough. So yeah. But yeah, it's a very popular subject at the moment. So
It really is, and I'm so glad, to be honest. I mean, I think it was something that was so just no one talked about it, and it almost seems weak to come forward and say that you have an addiction or mental health or whatever. But we all, I think, have some form of it, depending on like the severity of it. Not addiction per se, but certain mental health. I mean, no one came from a perfect childhood, right? So yeah, there's this whole thing with addiction and trauma and how they just go hand in hand. And like the childhood trauma that we experience is often before we even become aware that we're humans, right? And so it's like already there, and then we have all these coping mechanisms. And
definitely,
yeah, I'm actually taking addictions counseling in MRU because I want to help. Like I want to like help counsel people, and because I've been through it, right? I mean, I remember when I first wanted to get help, and I reached out everywhere. And the most interesting thing is that like there is help, but they often haven't gone through it themselves. So they don't understand it. As much as you can read as many books as you want, but unless you've actually gone through it, you can't really understand or have the right amount of compassion for what the person is going through. So
definitely,
yeah, it's kind of going to be like a focus in my life for sure, I really want to just give back now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, like for myself, coming from a Scottish culture that's very much booze orientated, like, and we all live for the weekend type thing. And as soon as I turned 18, as I was legal, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll just get drunk as humanly possible. I'm legal, woohoo, But and then like after a year, I was like I'm kind of done that now. I don't really fancy doing that again. Like getting drunk every day. Like for sure I'll have like a few beers, but now I'm just like, nah, I just don't want to spend my money on alcohol. And
Totally.
And you haven't had a drop in your puff.
Not once.
Yeah.
Never
What?
Once.
He's never had no.
In your whole life?
Yeah.
Honestly.
How did that happen?
Just never started. I had friends in high school who were, partying on the weekend, coming to school with hangovers, headaches, and I'm a wuss. And no one likes being sick. But in my head, I was like, if I don't like being sick, why would I do that to myself? Like, I don't want a headache, obviously. So I just never started. I never picked it up. And now I'm just a stubborn bastard, and I'm just seeing how long I can go.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah,
it's pretty
you're
crazy.
one of a kind.
Yeah.
I mean, we were in Mexico. We were in Cancun, and this beautiful resort in March actually. So just before. We got in back to the country the day before the border closed.
We were nervous Ben wasn't going to get let back in because he's obviously not from here. He's only here on a 2-year working holiday visa.
Yeah.
And we were like, ooh, maybe they're not going to let you in because you're not Canadian.
I know, yeah. No, it was brutal. Yeah. So I was like phoning my dad, getting the potato boat ready to take me back over.
Take me back.
Take me back over. But yeah, and we were in this beautiful resort, and like unbelievable food, like
all the booze you can drink for free.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And not a drop.
I had a lot of delicious virgin beverages.
I
drank everything they drank. I just felt better after.
Totally.
Well, I felt just as bad because we had way too many. They're sugary and it's hot.
Yeah.
But delicious.
Oh, it was awesome.
Damn.
Fantastic holiday.
Now I want a Miami Ice.
I miss
Miami Vice.
Miami Ice.
What
Miami
is it?
Vice.
Vice.
Yeah. It's so nice. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Whatever it is.
So you are a founder of the Empower brand. Yeah.
So I have this whole vision behind this counseling kind of mentoring thing that I want to do. So I started this company. It's just in the beginning stages. I basically just got it incorporated, and now I have this big plan. But
Nice.
I need to do the schooling and I don't know. But I have a really good end vision for this, and it's going to be around, mentoring and helping people with addictions, basically.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's based in Calgary, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah, based
Yeah.
in Calgary. That's fantastic. So so you said you need to get the schooling. So but you're currently at university at the moment getting the
I just
schooling.
started,
You
yes.
just started,
Yeah,
okay.
September. So
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
All online.
it is online. Yeah,
weird,
which is
right?
fine.
Yeah.
You know what? I like it actually. They really promote, you get like marks if you comment on other people's stuff.
Oh, do you?
So they really want you to actually interact and engage,
It's
which is good.
so hard for students not to just to close their laptop at the end of the class and that be that.
Yeah.
I know it is. It's kind of weird, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean,
Participation marks. For
we're all in
them.
the same boat. So
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So, how long is this? Is this a 4-year course?
no, it's a year.
As a year
Yeah.
course. Okay, so fantastic. So after this year, you're really trying to push your company and really try to push your brand.
I will start the company. I kind of like to do a lot of different things. So I actually, by day, I'm an interior designer and architectural technologist,
Wow.
which I love. Like I want to always do that actually. And it's
Jeez.
nice because I just started with a company where I can work at home or the office. So I feel like I can do both. Because as long as I'm getting my work done, putting in the hours, I could do it at night or in the morning or whatever, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then also start this company.
Wow.
Ultimately, I would like to still be able to do both because I can. I mean, I can hire people and just get it going and just kind of manage that entity. Yeah.
Wow.
So I like being busy. It's
Yeah.
just- yeah.
That's you're a busy bee. So what do you think of
Well, I
our?
was just gonna say, what do
Yeah.
you think of the setup?
I love it. It's nice.
Don't judge back
Totally.
here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, I
just
love
don't
it.
look
I
at
walked
back
in and I was
there.
like, ooh,
This
it
is a
looks
disaster.
great.
We know the chair needs to be reupholstered.
It's not a disaster.
You put a big curtain over
yeah,
there.
we need to cover some stuff up. Paint, chip, anyway.
Not at all. No, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Back there.
Yeah, that's all Benton's job
Yeah.
back there. Yeah, like the canvases and stuff like that. That was all Benton actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm no interior designer or architectural technologist. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, because that sounds fancy as hell. But I did go to school for design, theatrical design. So I have an eye for layout.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, what do you mean theatrical design?
Like set design, lighting design for theater.
Oh, what
Yeah.
cool!
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Not
or-
currently.
Yeah.
But yeah.
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 But you
I
have.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that. So have you heard of the Young Canadians?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was part of that show like for 10 years, right? So
As
the
a child?
sets- Yeah,
Yeah,
from
okay.
8 to 18
Yeah.
basically.
Wow.
So like you saw the sets, right?
Oh.
I mean, some of those sets are so
So
cool.
amazing.
And the way the stage would like drop and we yeah,
Right.
it's just super cool.
I
Love it.
when I go see a show like that or like Cirque du Soleil or a touring Broadway show or even I went to New York for the first time in November and we saw
New
a couple
York,
Broadway
New
shows.
York.
But when I see a show like that, I have to see it twice because the first time I'm distracted by like the lighting rig or the set movements and we talk about the show after. I'm like, I really didn't
See the
notice
show.
the show. I noticed the things that were happening around the show, and those are really cool. And people are like, what do you mean around the show? Well, the lighting. Did you see all those moving lights or
Yeah.
like this moving set piece or the costuming? It was so. I pay attention to that sort of stuff.
I tell you what, the best sort of set design show I've seen was Lion King.
Oh, Lion King is
Costumes in Lion
Oh
King.
yeah, I've seen that. Unbelievable.
Oh, so
yeah.
good.
Stunning. It was in London, and then I went
Yeah.
to see. It was I can't remember the name of the show, but they were all on roller skates, and it was about trains, and it was. It's not train.
Midnight.
Midnight.
Starlight Express.
Starlight Express. Starlight
yes.
Express.
How do you know that?
Unbelievable. Starlight Express was crazy. So they're all
Oh,
like, have like
cool.
big ramps and stuff like that, and like people are sort of chained together as like trains and stuff like that. And it was
Cool.
unbelievable. But like it was all like sort of like black light, and everyone was like sort of had like the sort of lights around them and stuff like that on
Yeah.
their shoes. It was awesome. It
Wow,
was
that sounds
super,
cool.
Super cool. Yeah.
One more like failed Broadway story
Oh.
because this show was also on roller skates. They did The Little Mermaid. And they put
on
everyone
roller skates.
on roller skates, but they like stuck a big this was Broadway show. I feel like they could have come up with a better idea.
Yeah.
They had this big like stretch of cloth in front of the stage,
Oh.
and all
As
the
the
actors
water?
behind it.
Oh.
And then their costumes were built from the waist up, so like the mermaid's tail would come off here, but they'd roller skate around, so it looked like they were swimming and not walking.
Oh, jeez.
It was a disaster. It failed and they
Weird.
closed, but
Oh
yeah.
my god.
So
Hmm.
that was
That's
garbage.
a Broadway show.
That was, well, not anymore.
Oh my god.
That's too bad. I wonder
Yeah.
how much money
I mean,
they
it would've-
lost on
oh,
that.
millions of dollars, millions.
Wow.
Same thing happened with Spider-Man. If you've ever heard of that, it
No.
turned into a Broadway show.
No way.
And
What?
because
How?
Spider-Man and the Green Goblin were flying all the time, but fighting one another in the air,
Oh.
they would tangle their cords, and they'd have to stop the show. They'd have to lower them to the ground,
Oh
untangle
my
them.
god.
It was the biggest Broadway flop in the last like 20 years because there millions and millions of dollars was spent on building the show and then had to close it down before
Wow.
they made their money back.
No way.
Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah,
That's awful.
terrible.
Jeez.
So-
oh,
But
yeah.
making
Peter-
Spider-Man a musical in the first place.
And
Spider-Man.
so-
Spider-Man.
No.
That's,
Yes.
that's just the show on repeat.
No, Bon Jovi,
Bon
did the
Jovi.
music and
What?
great musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't know how to write a musical. The music was awful. Absolutely terrible.
Wow.
Yeah, everything about this musical is just garbage.
Who played
So.
Spider-Man?
I don't recall.
Is it Tobey Maguire?
No, it wasn't
You were
Tobey
too
Maguire.
busy looking at this. set.
Yeah.
I never
well.
saw it. I had a friend
Oh.
who saw it and didn't see the whole show again because they got tangled and they had to stop the show. But yeah,
Crazy.
Anyway.
Okay.
back
Oh.
back to Amy.
That's
We talked too
horrible.
much
I
about
know,
Broadway
I know.
shows.
Sorry.
Don't get me started about theater.
So your song "Feel the Beat" debuted and topped the Juno charts at #1 for the first week.
Congrats.
Congrats.
That's
Yeah,
a great.
that was pretty
milestone.
cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
I just randomly paired up with somebody from Vancouver and we did that song. I actually did it remotely. I recorded it at my house
Wow.
and sent him the vocals and he put it out and then like let me know and it was like, wow, cool. I
He
didn't even
released it and then called you and was like, "It's on Juno top
yeah,
chart."
I didn't
#1."
even expect
That's
anything to
crazy.
happen with it, to be honest. Like,
Wow.
yeah,
That's nuts.
yeah,
That's
it was pretty
crazy.
exciting.
It's a great surprise.
Yeah,
So that was through Universal Music Canada.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, pretty cool.
Fancy.
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah, that's fun. So have you worked with them before, or is this the first time you've worked with them?
First time, and I haven't worked with them since. To be
Oh.
honest, it was just like a one-off. He was trying to make a compilation CD with a bunch of different artists,
Cool.
and
Oh.
contacted me. So I was like, yeah, of course I'll do it. Like,
So was he on
100%.
all the songs on that thing, and then he got other people to join him on numbers, or
yeah, he produced all of them, and then
Okay.
just got
Oh,
artists
okay.
to write.
Gotcha.
And yeah,
no, he wasn't playing or anything? He just mixed and put it together.
yes,
Ah, gotcha.
Wow.
Okay,
yeah,
fantastic.
that's awesome.
it's cool.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
You got to work with him again.
Yes, definitely.
I know.
Get
yeah,
on that
Yeah,
Juno
get
number
him.
thank
one.
you for reminding me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Let's phone him right now. Come
Yeah.
on, like, come
You
on.
wanna do- you wanna do a
Yeah,
song?
Let's do another one.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. So we're coming to the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
So before we go, tell people where they can find you on the socials.
So, it's basically just my name, Amy Lee Owens.
You're
So
one of the lucky ones.
I know.
You're
I
not
just,
Amy Lee 1.
I know. I was lucky actually. Well, sometimes I have to put the Amy Lee Owens, but so like on Instagram, it's at Amy Lee Owens. My website's amyleeowens.com.
Mm-hmm.
Just Google Amy Lee Owens.
Amy Lee Owens.
The finder.
Now, are you on TikTok?
You're stealing my question.
I know. Sorry.
You know what? I have an account, but I haven't really started doing
Okay.
it.
Okay.
To be honest.
You need to follow him on TikTok.
Yeah. Follow me
Yeah.
on TikTok. I have TikTok.
Okay.
No one watches my videos.
What do you make videos of?
So,
Okay, right. Hold
Amy.
on. Right, before you answer that,
yeah.
right? So I've saw one of his, actually two of his videos, and he's a magician, right? So he puts a coffee stirrer in his nose all the way in, and then like takes it out and then licks it. That's his videos. No wonder you're getting no
What?
views. No wonder you're getting no
You're-
views.
That's so
I'm-
cool.
I'm a magician and sideshow performer. So I thought, TikTok, I'll make videos of quick magic tricks or sideshow tricks.
Yeah.
And
Sideshow Bob.
maybe, pardon?
Sideshow Bob.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Sideshow Bob. And so I do a good handful of videos, maybe 12, 13 videos, and they get 50 views, maybe. Okay. Then I also have an online shopping addiction, but I collect like cards
Oh, he
and
does.
magic memorabilia and stuff like that. So I get deliveries all the time.
Every single day. It's not even funny. Like he has
What?
a shopping addiction of like new cards, like Star Wars cards.
Sometimes
Lord of the Rings
sometimes
cards.
I don't. Anyway, I get a lot of deliveries, and so these things come to the door, and I thought TikTok's kind of about this like switching really quickly from one shot to another. So I'll do like a unboxing video of my magic tricks and cards and things. So one video, I walk to the door, grab the parcel, take it to my room, unpack it. That was it. Over 1,000 views,
Wow.
Yeah. Unboxing.
and I did nothing.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing now.
Just unboxing.
Just
Cool.
unboxing stuff, and no one wants to see me using it. No one wants to see me do the magic
I was
trick.
just gonna ask you. Can you please do a trick?
I will show you a trick. I don't have anything right now, but I will get.
Oh.
I'll go get my coffee stirrer and stick it up.
There's a pen. Can you do something with a pen?
I can't do much with the
Oh,
pen.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
mean,
you
I
can-
mean,
Here's a so random object. Do something with this.
Here's my finger. Do something. Oh.
What?
I know magic.
Where did it go?
Gone, vanished. We know where we can find you on social
That's
media.
awesome. Did we get that on camera?
I don't know. I think it might have been too low. We know where we can find you on social media. You're on TikTok, but not making videos yet.
Yet. That's right.
But please follow him.
But follow me,
Yeah.
and we'll hear some tunes.
Yeah. Oh, no, by the
Oh!
way, we forgot to mention.
What?
So now our schedule release, so we're changing it. A
We
bit.
are changing it.
We're changing it up.
We are.
So
Tell 'em about it.
originally, the podcasts are going to be released on. Were going to be released on Monday, and then the live session on Tuesday, and then the live session on Friday. But now
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But now we're changing it to releasing the podcast and the original song on the same day on Monday, so people can watch the podcast and then watch their song, and then wait until maybe Thursday or Friday to watch the cover. We're changing it up a bit. We're keeping it interesting.
Same amount of videos.
Yeah.
You can just watch more of them on the same day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're changing it up a bit. So yeah, follow us on social media.
Yeah. You know where to
and,
find us.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having
And
me.
can't wait to hear the tunes. We'll get our guitar player in there
That's
and
right.
listen to some tunes. He's over
It
there.
is.
He's been sitting quietly. Poor guy, just listening to us. Dickheads. Awesome. Well, thanks so
Awesome.
much. Can't wait
Thank
to hear the
you.
music.
Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Hey, thanks for watching that full episode of YYC Basement Sessions. We hope you're enjoying all the music.
Yes, please follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that bell to get notifications from us.